Hello everyone, my name is Grace Oldfield.
And I'm Preston Collins.
Welcome to Kettering Fairmont High School's class of 2018 graduation. Today is an amazing day that all graduates have worked very hard to achieve.
Hopefully everyone here makes amazing memories today that will last forever, as all of us have made at Fairmont.
We are both very grateful to be able to stand up here today and welcome everyone, and we want to say thank you for showing your support for the graduates, as this is no trivial matter.
Although today may be the final step in our Kettering education, our Flowerboard pride shall persist in our future endeavors.
Wherever our different paths from Fairmont take us, silver and blue will always be the staple colors that remind us from where we came.
And no matter what songs fill our minds in the days to come, the two words, ever faithful, will always be the spark for the remembrance of the fall nights standing in the Roush bleachers.
Once a Firebird, always a Firebird.
Thank you. And could everybody please stand and join us in the playing of our national anthem?
1, Remind everybody to be seated.
Please be seated. Hola, assalamu alaikum, annyeonghaseyo, ni hao, and hello fellow graduates, family, and teachers. Many of you probably already know me, but for those of you who don't, my name is Sanait Sarfino. I was once a South Sudanese immigrant living in a refugee camp in Ethiopia. I went to school because I was told to, and not because I hoped to become a doctor or even to go to college. I lived an oblivious and illiterate life, one with no hope for attending college or even becoming a high school graduate. When I came to the US at the age of 8, I couldn't speak a single word in English, let alone read or write. Everything seemed strange, from the color of the people to the way they dressed. I think the most shocking thing I encountered was snow. It kind of freaked me out a little bit. It has now been 11 years, and as you can see, my English is stupendous. I'm graduating from high school, and I'm college-bound thanks to my parents, teachers, and the peers who supported me through this journey. But to get to this point of success in my life, I had to struggle a lot. Like you, I've experienced 4 years of struggling through high school, 4 years of attempting to make my way through the crowded hallways of Center Unit and avoid Mr. White in the process. 4 years of finding myself and my place in Fairmont High School. 4 years of living and learning. 4 years of friendships. 4 years full of emotional roller coasters, and 4 years with the best graduating class. We've managed to graduate despite the bittersweet taste of senioritis, the long nights spent drinking more than our fair share of coffee, and the need to run and never look back. Give yourselves a round of applause. As a fellow classmate and my good friend once said, I do not regret anything I've ever done because I chose to do it. And we've chose to wake up and come here today, so I'm not going to deliver the usual "we should all aim for success" spiel, because let's be honest, you already have succeeded by waking up and coming here. You've already succeeded by going through these 4 years of high school. You've got your high school degree. Now is the time to focus on your future. You have your whole life ahead of you. You've worked so hard for all of this, and all of it is finally coming together. You're going to get your diploma. You're going to be okay. This is our moment. We've done it without any regrets. Wait, I don't have any regrets. Do you? You've done it. This is your high school graduation. Enjoy your life after this. Go out and do something with it. And if you don't want to, then that is okay, because today you are success. Not the one society has paid for you, but your own definition of success. Because success is not measured by society's merits, but by your own. Whether your success is educating a generation or protecting it, wealth or happiness, simplicity or the highest form of complexity, if you feel successful, then you are successful. So veer off the path or create your own and pave the way for others like you. Because success comes in many different forms. You just need to find the one that suits you best. For me, success is being a future college student with the possibility of a better future. If the little 8-year-old refugee girl could see me now, starting with a future degree in global relations from Miami University, she would be more than proud. So go out there and make your younger self proud. Find your success. Thank you, and I wish you all the best of luck in finding and establishing your definition of success. Congratulations, class of 2018. You are graduating. You have done it. One more thing, Wakanda forever.
Good morning. Please raise your hand if you have taken at least one picture today. The photos you have taken today are the last pictures of us as high school students. And after all these years, let's face it, we've had a lot of pictures taken of us. Our parents have taken and purchased, if not hundreds, thousands of pictures of us over our school years. In elementary school, we had pictures of us missing front teeth and with horrible haircuts. During those years, we went through the uncrustable PB&J lunches stage and always worried about an open swing during recess. We have school pictures of us wearing Aeropostale shirts in the 5th grade. Back then, that was a fashion that classified us as cool, but we have gotten older and realized that Aeropostale was just a stage of growth. We witnessed a rude awakening entering middle school, and with that came awkward stages of puberty. Many of us had gaps in our teeth with braces laced over each tooth. In a short 3 years, some of us began to wear glasses and acquire a small sense of style. Unfortunately, we're all still stuck with that awful student ID picture that was taken in the 6th grade. Just like that plastic card, we have hidden other school pictures out of pure embarrassment. We've undergone the baffling maze of Fairmont freshman year. We've taken driver license pictures that capture straighter teeth and a new hairstyle. We've all struggled through hours of homework on top of extracurriculars, whether it's sports, theater, AP IB classes, career tech, college credit plus, or getting involved in clubs. The Fairmont yearbook captures all of our hard work and dedication. Sport pictures from the 4th grade up to the autumn of senior year trace our journey of self-improvement. Even pictures from major events, such as homecoming and prom, demonstrate how much we have developed. The amount of change just from the first day of freshman year to the last day of senior year is unbelievable, like the transition from acne to clear skin. Not only have our bodies drastically changed, so have our mindsets. As the bigger picture becomes more clear, our own mentalities are beginning to mature. In the duration of days, weeks, months, and years, photos have captured the minimal changes we aren't personally aware of. Every one of us has our own frame of mind that has helped us bloom into young adults. When zooming out the lens, we see that the Kettering community is an intertwined mural of relationships and friendships. Parents, friends, teachers, coaches, and community members are captured in the students' pictures of high school. Subconsciously, we have changed every day. Whether it's minor or major, it makes up our image that we perceive of ourselves and how others view us. A mirage of change doesn't have to be physical, it can also be mental. Over the past 4 years, people have gained confidence, found a new passion, and gone through multiple roller coasters of emotions. From failing tests we thoroughly studied for, or surprisingly acing a test we didn't even attempt to study for. As we move on, we will be posing for pictures to place on our college, military, or work identification cards. The small frame we have been kept in is eventually going to break, and the bigger picture will develop. Entering adulthood can be both terrifying as an ugly candid posted on social media, or as graceful as a perfect senior picture. The ambition we have towards taking the next step in our lives is enlightening. There are many more adventures to capture in photos. There are many more stages of life to zoom in and focus on. There will be many more opportunities for our parents to take pictures of. But for now, say cheese and smile at any given opportunity, whether that moment is captured in a picture or not. Thank you.
To dream the impossible dream, to fight with a beatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go. To right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable. burned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable, the unreachable, the unreachable star.
Good morning, class of 2018, as well as friends, family, and faculty. I would like to tell you about how a normal drive to school helped change my outlook on how I want to live my life. Every morning is mostly the same for me. I wake up, do my hair and makeup, eat my breakfast, and drive to school. One thing that I love about my mornings is listening to the Elvis Duran Morning Show. I listen to the phone taps, which are prank calls, topic trains that could include the most random subjects, and the hilarious people who talk over the radio. Usually I am laughing on my way to school, but one Thursday morning that was not the case. I was running late to a USB meeting, and I was stressed for the test I had that day. I'm sure plenty of us have been there before. That morning, Elvis Duran shared a story of Holly Butcher, who died at the age of 27 from a rare form of cancer called Ewing sarcoma. Before she died, Holly wrote a letter which she asked her family to post on her Facebook once she had passed away. This letter was read on the Elvis Duran Show the morning I was running late. I would like to share with you some of the words that really impacted me. The letter starts, a bit of life advice from Hall. It's a strange thing to realize and accept your mortality at 26 years young. It's just one of those things you ignore. The days tick by and you just expect they will keep coming until the unexpected happens. I always imagine myself growing old, wrinkled, and gray. I want that so bad it hurts. That's the thing about life. It is fragile, precious, and unpredictable, and each day is a gift, not a given right. That statement by Holly is what really got my attention on that hectic morning. We human beings tend to take each day for granted, and Holly highlights how we can't do this. Holly's letter continues to say, I just want people to stop worrying so much about the small, meaningless stresses in life. Now believe me when I say I'm one of the most stressed out people I know, and I'm sure many of you feel the same. Sometimes the stress isn't necessary, so maybe we need to take Holly's advice and stop worrying so much. The letter continues, and Holly writes, those times you are whining about ridiculous things, just think about someone who is really facing a life-changing problem. Be grateful for your minor issue and get over it. I've learned from high school to take one day at a time and to not worry about something that you can't control. Cross that bridge when you get there and tackle it head on. Holly says, take a deep breath. As a high schooler, I don't remember the last time I simply walked outside and looked at how beautiful everything is and just took a breath. Holly continues by saying to give, give, give. I know from experience that the feeling of giving is truly amazing and is very rewarding. For instance, this year I was able to give back to my community through Spirit Chain, the Carlisle House, the Terraces, and Buddy System events, just to name a few. These experiences will be something I will forever cherish. Next time you want to purchase something for yourself, stop and ask, do I really need this? Chances are you don't. And yes, I'm talking about video games too. Maybe, just maybe, you could purchase or make something meaningful for your friend. And those that know me know I love making gifts. The feeling I get when I know I have done something nice for a friend outweighs purchasing something for myself any day. Holly continues by saying to value other people's time. As a high schooler, I know that sometimes it is easier to just worry about ourselves than others. And sometimes that's okay. But remember, your friends and family want to hang out with you, and when you do hang out with them, don't make them wait because you're bad at being on time. The next tip Holly gives is something I'm guilty of breaking. She says, be in the moments rather than capturing them through the screen of your phone. I say we put our phones away and actually look at one another in the eyes. Maybe say something nice or simply give a smile. It's a weird thought, I know, but hey, having a conversation with someone face to face is pretty cool. Don't be so worried about finding the perfect filter on Instagram or getting the perfect angle on Snapchat. If we continue to live through a tiny screen, then we will miss out on all of the wonderful things this world has to offer. Holly shares a tip that really stuck with me. Holly says to cuddle your dog. Knowing that I won't be able to see my dogs every day next year really stinks. But it just makes me realize that we can't take advantage of our furry friends. Something else Holly talks about is doing what makes you happy. I know all of us sitting here have heard this advice before, but maybe that's because it's true. If that means eating that slice of cake you've been eyeing, then eat it and don't feel guilty about it. But whatever it is, do what makes you truly happy. Holly concludes the letter with this. Tell your loved ones you love them every time you get the chance and love them with everything you have. Family, supporters, and teachers, I know as teenagers we are not the best at showing our love and appreciation. But believe me when I say this, I know everyone sitting in front of me is thankful and appreciates you, even if we don't want to admit it sometimes. For all of my fellow seniors, family members, and friends here today, I encourage you all to read Holly Butcher's post on Facebook. She truly impacted my life, and I know she can impact yours as well. Don't wait for something to happen to live the life you want. Live that life now because you all deserve it. Thank you all for the past 4 amazing years and for all of the memories and friendships. Congratulations to the class of 2018 and good luck with all of your future endeavors. We did it.
Oh, hi. There are a lot of you here. Is this where I get my diploma? Oh, it's not that time. Sorry, I was just playing Tetris, you know, the tile matching strategy game. If you aren't familiar with the game, you should get familiar with it because it's a life-changing experience. The object of the game is to earn points by completing rows of pieces. Tetris is a perfect game. You can virtually never win, and you can always be learning to improve. Tetris is probably, no, Tetris is my favorite game. Over the years, Tetris has taught me that errors pile up and achievements disappear. Nearly every mistake in Tetris creates a hole or holes in the line, making it difficult to obtain more points. During high school, I created a lot of holes, like when I stayed up all night to binge watch Netflix, or when I consciously chose not to do my homework because I deserved a break. Real-life errors can also create holes, or setbacks, that require hard work to overcome. We can learn from the errors we make, like the time I was attacked by the great white shark for passing through his territory without a hall pass. Traditionally, you are told to punch sharks in the nose to make them go away, but after careful consideration, I decided that punching a principal in the nose was not my best idea. After that incident, I knew to avoid his waters at all costs, and thus I was prepared to defend myself with a pass. If I didn't learn how to surpass and rise above that error, who knows how many detentions I could have racked up. In Tetris, you must work harder and smarter to clear the line above, to open up a solution to the error you've made. With perseverance, anyone can overcome the errors that they have made or will make. If we don't overcome our mistakes, eventually our screens fill up, our minds clouded with the errors we make and the ones we will continue to make. We will finally lose. Clearing 4 lines at a time is called a Tetris. This is the fastest way to gain points, but the hardest to pull off. To achieve the highest of scores, obviously the best strategy is to only go for Tetrises. The more Tetrises you obtain, the faster and higher your score grows. But getting a Tetris can only be obtained one way, thus making it very difficult. I've made quite a few Tetrises in my life, don't mean to brag, but since I play for 4 hours a night, but I don't remember any of them. We seem to forget all of the amazing things that we have accomplished during our life. One of the most memorable achievements for our class came during our senior year, the time we broke our losing streak. We beat Alter. The entire school was on the excitement train for days, even weeks after that Thursday night. But I would bet money that majority of everyone here today has not thought about that remarkable, seemingly unforgettable night for quite some time. Winning a football game was just the beginning of our high school Tetris. The state of Ohio has put specifically on our graduating class what seems like every possible form of standardized test there is. So take that, state of Ohio, we're still graduating today. We overcame that hole Ohio gave us, and we got that Tetris people call graduation. All of the achievements that we've earned seem to just vanish like memory, like clearing a line in Tetris. However, some of our Tetrises that we should remember include Spirit Chain, our never-ending amount of CTC awards, all of our amazing awards from our music programs, the food drive competition that West wins every year, all of the industry credentials we have received to go straight into the workforce, and all of the countless scholarships we have earned to go to college. Every Tetris contributes to the points we have earned, our stepping stones to getting our high score. We only remember what stays inside our mind, or on the screen, the errors. No one is perfect. Everyone creates holes we have to overcome. What we need to start doing is remembering the tiniest of lines, the smallest achievement, which can bring satisfaction, enjoyment, and a sense of pride. So Firebirds, today I want everyone to take a moment to dig deep into your memories. Dig deep and reminisce on your greatest achievement, your Tetris.
How about one more round of applause for our talented performers and speakers? Good morning, everyone. My name is Tyler Alexander, and I'm the principal at Fairmont High School. I would like to thank each of you for coming out this morning to celebrate the amazing accomplishments of the class of 2018. Before we get started recognizing this outstanding group of students, I would like to introduce some important people who have helped Kettering City Schools and Fairmont High School become one of the top performing school districts and high schools in the state of Ohio. Please hold your applause until I have announced all of these folks. First, our school board members, our president, Mrs. Jennifer Kane, our vice president, Ms. Julie Gilmore, Mr. Jim Ambrose, Mr. Toby Henderson, and Mrs. Lori Sims Parks, our superintendent, Mr. Scott Inskeep, our chief financial officer, Mr. Dan Shaw, our board office directors, the director of human resources, Mr. Ken Miller, our director of student services, Mr. Dan Von Handorf, our director of business services, Mr. Ken Lackey, director of curriculum and instruction, Mrs. Debbie Mears, our chief technology officer, Mr. Chris Merritt, and our coordinator of community relations, Mrs. Carrie Basson. Let's give all of those folks a round of applause. Also, I want to make sure I recognize my administration at Fairmont High School, West Unit Principal, Ms. Jenny Britton, our Career Tech Principal, Mrs. Liz Jensen, East Unit Principal, Mr. Tim Johnson, South Unit Principal, Mr. Jeff Renshaw, and our Central Unit Principal, Mr. Andy White. When you walked into the Nutter Center this evening, you were greeted by numerous staff members from Fairmont High School. There were dozens more in the back gym helping organize the students, and even more making sure the career passports and diplomas are ready to distribute. Would all of our teachers and counselors that are here today please stand? Please remain standing. Please remain standing. The people standing in front of you are not only first-class educators, but they are also first-class people. I can honestly say the students sitting in front of me have been led through their high school journey by some of the most talented, caring, and professional educators you could ask for. I am proud to be able to call all of them my colleagues. Our advisory teachers, who are standing on the floor in the black gowns, play one of the most important roles at Fairmont High School. These teachers have spent more than 170 hours with our graduates over the course of 4 years. They are one of the reasons we are able to take a large high school and make it feel smaller. Advisory teachers are the first adults students meet upon entering Fairmont High School, and the person who will hand them their diplomas, which concludes their high school career. Let's all give a huge round of applause for our teachers, counselors, and advisory teachers. This will be a lot of you, but could all of our parents and guardians please stand? All of our parents and guardians, please stand. It is impossible to give students a high-level education without the support of all of you. The staff and administration, thank you for trusting us to help prepare your student to be successful in life after Fairmont High School. Students, I am sure there were times that you did not think your parents were on your side. What you did not know was they knew your potential and were pushing you out of your comfort zone. Even when you felt they were being nitpicking parents by checking your grades, calling your teachers and principals, and making sure you had your homework done for the next day. Graduates, let's give one more round of applause for all of your parents and guardians. All right, let's start recognizing the class of 2018. Many of you have probably seen me with my phone out, taking pictures and documenting the 17-18 school year at Fairmont High School. What was I doing with all of this information? Most likely, I was tweeting it. I am not afraid to say that I love Twitter. I have been asked, why do you do this? Why is it important? There's one reason. I want to show the world what it means to be a Fairmont Firebird. I want to show our community the great things happening in our building. I want to show off our staff and programs, and most importantly, I want to show off all of these graduates sitting in front of me because hashtag we are Firebirds. This morning, we will not just focus on academics. We will not just focus on athletics, music, or theater. We will focus on the big picture of Fairmont High School and what makes us proud to be a part of this great school. Why? Because we are Firebirds, and we should all be proud of each and every student sitting in front of me right now. To begin the recognition, Fairmont's weighted GPA formula is one of the most unique formulas in the state of Ohio. It rewards students for not only taking high-level courses, but also rewards students for taking the maximum number of classes. For the second time since Fairmont has instituted a weighted GPA to determine a valedictorian, and for the first time since I have been principal, we are naming co-valedictorians. These students took honors courses, AP IB courses, did not take any study halls, and never got anything lower than an A during their career at Fairmont High School. Ladies and gentlemen, with GPAs of over 4.55, our co-valedictorians are Miss Grace Oldfield and Mr. Preston Collins. Please stand. Our summa cum laude students, these are students with a weighted or unweighted GPA of 4.0 or higher. Students, please stand when I call your name. Maria Appiato, Isabel Arcusa, Rebecca Asher, Yaquelin Ayala, Kyope Bessler, Samuel Bowden, Noah Callanan, Haley Carroll, Christina Clark, Preston Collins, Jacob Danielson, Ashley Davis, Madeline Dooley Rhodes, Andrew Dow, Margaret Elliott, Taylor Flanagan, Taylor Falk, Laura Gaines, Danielle Gilbert, Tristan Gilreath, Bridget Griffin, Mallory Hack, Theodore Hale, Sydney Hayes, Brian Hoffman, Daniel Hosford, Hannah Gerald, Allison Jones, Hannah Jones, Madison Jones, Madeline Karolak, John Leland, Mackenzie Lowry, Madeline Moore, Caitlin Mullenkamp, Grace Oldfield, Jamie Pacena, Robert Pacena, Angelina Patron, Adelina Perez, Hallie Reed, Taylor Richardson, David Sangray, Senite Sarfino, Kenneth Sherrick, Elise Schubert, Sarah Skinner, Abigail Stitt, Sophia Stone, Ella Tinch, Samantha Turner, Caleb Euchert, Sebastian Walling, Casey Warren, Abigail Watson, Haley Willis, Anthony Witt, and Anton Yushinov. Students, you may be seated. National Merit Hispanic Recognition. These two students were in the top 5,000 of 250,000 Hispanic test takers on the PSAT, Angelina Patron and Cameron Trevino. National Merit Commended Scholars. These students were in the top 3% of all students in the nation on the PSAT. That is out of about 1.6 million test takers. Jared Feltner, Laura Gaines, Kenneth Sherrick, and Abigail Stitz. Students, you can stand up when I call your name. And our one National Merit semifinalist, this student is in the top 1% of all test takers out of the 1.6 million PSAT test takers. That is Luke Keller. National Honor Society is a national organization that recognizes some of the top students across the country. In total, the students standing in front of you completed over 1,250 hours of community service and 992 hours of tutoring. This is a total of over 2,242 hours of volunteer service just by the students standing. NHS students, sorry, please stand. If you are an NHS, please stand. To earn membership into NHS, students must show through an application process they have excelled in the 4 cornerstones of National Honor Society, which are scholarship, service, character, and leadership. Each year, a student is recognized as a recipient of the Cornerstone Awards. In the class of 2018, the following students received the Cornerstone Awards. In scholarship, Jacob Danielson. In service, Theodore Hale. In character, Noah Callanan. And in leadership, Kyope Bessler. Let's give them a round of applause. The Assistant Dean of Admissions at Harvard University says, success in an IB program correlates well with success at Harvard. We are always pleased to see the credentials of the IB diploma program on the transcript. GPA is not nearly as important a factor in university admission as the IB diploma. If a student has to choose the diploma over protecting the GPA. IB diploma candidates, please stand as I call your name. Isabel Arcusa, Kyope Bessler, Preston Collins, Jacob Danielson, Catherine Havener, Sydney Hayes, Lizzie Johnson, Madeline Karolak, Sia Martin, Maddie Moore, Caitlin Mullenkamp, Casey Mullins, Grace Oldfield, Senite Sarfino, Ethan Smith, Elise Schubert, Abigail Stafford, Cass Staniford, Sophia Stone, and Anton Yushinoff. Let's give all of our IB diploma candidates a round of applause. All right, at this time, I need all students who earned a scholarship to please stand. If you earned a scholarship of any kind, please stand. This should be a lot of you. The students standing in front of you have received scholarships ranging from $250 to one scholarship that totals over $119,000. Michael Moss, please raise your hand. Where's Michael? He's in the back. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael was awarded the Army ROTC scholarship and will attend the University of Wisconsin in Madison on a 3-year full ride. Upon completion of his degree, he will be a commissioned officer in the United States Army. Congratulations to Michael. We're not done yet. Students, still please stay standing. Would the following students raise your hand? Ethan Alshaus, Elizabeth Oster, Amanda O'Brien, Reagan Julian, Pirana Zabagiza, Bailey Buckingham. These students were the recipients of the Kettering Rotary Strive Scholarship. These students were selected from a group of 25 students who were given the goal to raise their GPA over the course of their senior year and give back to the community. This group of 6 students raised their GPA and contributed to their school and community the most out of all of the participants. Let's give them a round of applause. And one last thing about scholarships, the group of students standing in front of me right now, they earned over $8.2 million in scholarships. Let's give that a huge round of applause. Students, you may be seated. I tell students all the time, it's really tough for us to teach you if you are not at school. Being at school is imperative to receiving a good education. The following students have stood out for attendance over the course of their high school career. The following students, please stand as I call your name. These students had less than 2 absences during their high school career, and they may have had a few early dismissals and tardies thrown in there, but I think 2 absences is pretty daggone good. Maxwell Caruth, Peter Connolly, Carmen Ernst, Taylor Falk, Danielle Gilbert, Tristan Gilreath, Theodore Hale, Patrick Kelly, Benjamin Knabb, Kendra Marks, Melinda Miles, Bridget Morgan, Adelina Perez, Rafael Perez, David Sangre, Justin Sauerbrower, Kimberly Tran, Madison Tyler, and Sebastian Walling. Let's give them a round of applause. You may be seated, and we had two students that had perfect attendance. That is no tardies, no early dismissals, and did not miss a day of school in their high school career. Would the following students please stand? Anthony Magnotta and Mace Mallory. And what a coincidence, they are sitting right by each other, and I'm guessing they got here on time today. Congratulations, guys. You just saw a lot of academic scholars. Some of these students had the highest GPAs. Some improved their GPAs the most. Some came to school every single day of their career to focus on their education, and some spent countless hours volunteering in our community. Together, all of these students are a part of the reason that we are #WeAreFirebirds. Part of being a Firebird is not just focusing on oneself, but having a desire to do things that benefit the school or the community, and having a desire to put someone else first for what is best for the organization or team. Athletics play a large role at Fairmont High School. Even though some sports are more individual than others, ultimately, these students put forth the hours and hours of training for the words Fairmont Firebirds across their chest. Would all of our Fairmont student athletes please stand? Over 80 of the students standing are designated as a scholar athlete, which means they maintained a 3.2 GPA and earned a varsity letter during their senior year. Each of these student athletes is wearing a blue and silver honor cord in recognition of their achievement. Student athletes, please remain standing as I read off our athletic award winners for the class of 2018. First team GWalk, Kiera Tesarovich in softball, Luke Van Leeuwen boys golf, Keith Schooler bowling, Ty Smith football, Caden Danner boys soccer, Nicholas Spangler boys soccer, Maddie Grossman girls soccer, Hannah Jones girls tennis, Jamie Pacina girls tennis, Justin Lehman cheerleading, Cassie Strahler cheerleading, Jack Hendricks boys basketball, Michael Moss wrestling, and Haley Spittler softball. Let's give those students a round of applause. Our GWalk Athlete of the Year this year, Keith Schooler in bowling was the GWalk Athlete of the Year. State qualifiers in girls bowling. Our girls bowling team finished as the Division I state runner-up. Competition cheer finished as OAC state champions. Haley Spittler just yesterday qualified for the 200-meter dash at the state meet. Keith Schooler finished 3rd in men's bowling at the state level, and Maggie Burning finished 8th in the 200 freestyle and 6th in the 500 freestyle. Let's give those students a round of applause. GWalk team champions this year was softball. Our softball team finished as GWalk champions. Our major awards in the athletic department, the Bill Yike Memorial Scholarship was Rebecca Johnson and Jared Feltner. The Nancy Benedum Award, Jamie Pacina. Sherm Bowser Award, Jack Hendricks. The Joanne Ray Award, Olivia Frank. Finley Pugh Award, Noah Callanan, and the Booster Scholarship Award winners were Peter Connolly, Madeline Dooley Rhodes, Rebecca Johnson, Hannah Jones, Patrick Kelly, Kaylee Leibrock, Michael Moss, Caleb Smith, Nicholas Spangler, and Abigail Stitt. Let's give those students a round of applause, and students, you may be seated. Not only do we have many successes at Fairmont High School in athletics, but we also have one of the top, if not the top, music program in the state of Ohio. Students, please stand if you are a part of band, orchestra, or choir at Fairmont. Please remain standing. Once again, the Kettering Music Department has been named one of the best communities for music education by the National Association of Music Merchants for the 6th year in a row. There were 79 seniors involved in the Fairmont Band program this year, by far the largest senior band class in recent history. The Marching Firebirds earned the top rating of Superior at the OMEA Marching Band State Finals for the 20th consecutive year. They also earned a spot as a BOA regional finalist, where they also won Best Visual Performance and General Effect. There were 42 seniors in the orchestra program. Ella Tinch and Sam Turner both performed on bass with the Dayton Philharmonic Youth Orchestra, with the top high school musicians in the Miami Valley. The choir program had 20 seniors this year, with all 3 curricular choirs qualifying for the OMEA state competition, and Symphonic Chorale earning a state superior rating. 11th Hour was selected to perform at the National Music for All Festival in Indianapolis. Finally, the individual music award winners for the class of 2018 were the Sousa Award was Sam Bowden. The Clark Haynes Leadership Award was Taylor Falk. The Director's Award, Ben Nabb, and the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award, John Gibson. Let's give our talented musicians a round of applause, and you may be seated. Another area of performing arts that Fairmont High School sets the tone for other high schools in our area and in the state of Ohio is our theater department. Students, please stand if you are a member of the cast or crew for the fall play, The 39 Steps, the winter play, Radio Suspense Theater, the spring musical, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, or the children's play, Grand's Guide to Stop an Ogre. Would those students please stand that were in the cast and crew? Four of our seniors have earned over 175 points for work in high school theater, earning them the distinction of International Honor Thespian, recognized by the Educational Theater Association. These students are Kyope Bessler, Harper Justice, Katie Pennington, and Taylor Richardson. Let's give them a round of applause. Students, you may be seated. What used to be one of the best kept secrets at Fairmont High School was our Career Tech Center. It is no longer a secret, since over 42% of this graduating class was a part of a Career Tech program. Students, please stand if you were a part of a Career Tech program during your junior and senior year. These students earned over $2.9 million in scholarships towards furthering their education. They have also earned many industry credentials that will help make them more marketable in the workplace. For example, Levi Schwartz and Cody Troy passed the ASE G1 Maintenance and Light Repair Certification, which is something no other auto student in the history of Fairmont High School has taken and passed. I would like to now invite Mrs. Liz Jensen, our Career Tech principal, to announce our CTC state and national award winners.
From biotechnology, second place, Health Occupation Students of America and National Qualifier, Cameron Potts. From Marketing and Business Academy, our DECA state competition winners, Jacob Berrettini, top 10, Drew Gleason, top 10. Kenneth Sherrick, top 10. Jack Siebert, top 5 international qualifier. Peter Connolly, 4th place international qualifier. Daniel Potteralla, 3rd place international qualifier. Wyatt Taylor, 1st place international qualifier. Cameron Knopp, 1st place and 2-time international qualifier. From Interactive Media, our Intercollegiate Broadcasting System Award winners and Skills USA 2nd place winners, Colleen Fries, Brett Kent, Ethan Minshew, Alana O'Ryan, and Connor Simon. Our Skills USA and Business Professionals of America State Contest top 10 finishers, Matthew Eakins, Automotives, Christian Lassen, Digital Design, Sydney Tepalides, Digital Design, David Sangre, Information Technology. And from Early Childhood Education and Family and Consumer Science, our Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America winners, Ireland Alberts, 1st place, national qualifier. Taylor Finney, 1st place, national qualifier. Maggie Roloff, 1st place, national qualifier. And Sanait Sarfino, 2nd place and 2-time international qualifier.
Students, you may be seated. We have some great leaders who have been wonderful role models for not only their fellow graduates, but also the underclassmen at Fairmont. I would like the United Student Body officers to stand as I call their name. Kayla Teeters, President. Haley Carroll, Vice President. Jacob Danielson, Secretary. Lucas Van Leeuwen, Treasurer. Haley Willis, Commissioner of Communications. Mariah Brooks, Commissioner of Service. Preston Collins, Commissioner of Special Projects. Drew Gleason, Commissioner of Spirit. Madeline Dooley Rhodes, Commissioner of Social Activities. And Lucy O'Neill, the Commissioner of Elections. These students are typically the first students to arrive at school in the morning and the last students to leave in the evening. They have planned many successful events like Spirit Chain, the Thanksgiving Food Drive, and the annual Blood Drive. You see this group of students everywhere. They are the true leaders of our building, and they have positively represented the name Fairmont Firebirds at the highest level. Let's give them a round of applause. You have just seen hundreds of students recognized for doing more than just getting good grades. You have seen students who went above and beyond to represent our building and the name Fairmont well. Another reason, #WeAreFirebirds. Finally, one of the most important skills we all can learn is to show empathy and kindness towards our peers, towards the people in our community, and towards the people that live in our great country. Not putting ourselves first and putting others in front of us can be difficult at times. At Fairmont High School, we stress the importance of taking care of others and sacrificing ourselves for the benefit of other people, not just ourselves. Students, I would like you to stand if you played any role in Spirit Chain, whether you helped organize it, whether you donated, whether you participated in events. Please stand if you participated in Spirit Chain. This year, these students helped raise $85,189.77 to benefit 4 local charities. The charities for the 2017-2018 Spirit Chain were the Kettering Backpack Program, Building Bridges, Fall Feast, and a Special Wish Foundation. Over the course of the last 4 years, these students have beaten Centerville every single year. We talked about beating Alter earlier, now we're beating Centerville. That's just how we roll at Fairmont. And these students and all of our students, and most importantly, have raised over $354,312 for local charities over the course of their high school career. That is pretty awesome. Congratulations. Students, please stand if you gave blood during your high school career. This year, the students at Fairmont High School donated over 350 pints of blood. That's just this year. Each pint saves 3 lives. So that is over 1,000 lives the students at Fairmont saved just this school year. The students standing in front of you who are wearing red cords have donated blood at least 3 times over the course of the last 4 years. Congratulations. Few more things, and we're getting there. Thanksgiving food drive. If you participated in the Thanksgiving food drive, please stand. Whether you helped organize, donated, please stand if you participated in the Thanksgiving food drive. This year was a record-setting year for the annual Thanksgiving food drive. This year alone, the students standing in front of you helped donate over 7,000 food items to the Good Neighbors Food Pantry in Kettering. Congratulations. One of the most dedicated sacrifices anyone can make is to enter our armed forces. At this time, would anyone in the audience please stand if you are current or former military? If you are able, I would like you to remain standing. If you are able, I would like you to remain standing. The following students will follow in your footsteps and dedicate themselves to protect the freedoms we all have in the United States of America. Students, please stand as I call your name. Jacob Baratini, Navy. Jacob Balmer, Army. Devin Boone, Marines. Isabel Bauer, Air Force. Jalen Carter, Air Force. Kimberly Davis, Army National Guard. Scott Elliott, Marines. Colin Heiser, Marines. Brian Hoffman, Air Force ROTC. Caleb Jones, Army. Carson Keeler, Air Force. Jessica Landseidel, Marines. Michael Moss, Army ROTC. Carl Martin, Marines. Guillermo Rashad Alvarez, Navy. Christopher Raymond, Marines. Jason Stratton Jr., Air Force. Reese Thulis, Army. Joseph Thornwell, Navy. Cameron Trevino, Air Force. Brian Vogtberg, Navy. And Nathan West, Marines. Thank you to all of you for your sacrifices to our country. You may be seated. Hashtag, we are Firebirds. At the beginning of this year, I did not know what was really meant behind this hashtag. I just thought it was a catchy way to organize tweets so everyone could see what was happening at Fairmont. Today, the hashtag has a totally different meaning. It means something special. To me, and I hope to all of you, it will mean that you are proud of what you accomplished and that no matter where you are headed next, you can make a positive impact, you can make a difference, and you can continue to make our world a better place. Congratulations, and I am proud and honored to have been a part of your life during your high school career. Remember, when you start to send your next tweet, you are all hashtag, we are Firebirds. Mrs. Kane and the Kettering City Schools Board of Education, each student in front of you has met the graduation requirements put forth by the Kettering City School District and the Ohio Department of Education. It is my pleasure to present to you the class of 2018 for the awarding of diplomas.
Thank you. That is an impressive list of accomplishments. Congratulations, seniors. You make us proud to be residents of Kettering and members of the Board of Education. After careful consideration, it is our honor to grant permission to award the senior class of 2018 their Kettering Fairmont High School diplomas. Congratulations.
We have a lot of great students who have overcome a lot of obstacles to be sitting here tonight, or this morning. Right now, I would like to recognize a student of the class of 2018 before we begin awarding diplomas. This young man made a decision to never be average. With unbelievable dedication, desire, and an iron will, he transformed himself from a junior varsity athlete to a varsity state qualifier, one of the top 16 wrestlers in Ohio, and he did it in 1 year. As he trained to wrestle at the national tournament in Oklahoma with Team Ohio the summer prior to his senior year, he suffered a stroke. On several occasions, it did not seem as if he would live. And since then, the road back has been arduous. But exhibiting those same traits he used to transform his wrestling, he has battled back to complete his academics and earn his diploma, all while serving as an inspiration to us all. Ladies and gentlemen, our first graduate of the class of 2018 is Ahmad James Doucette. Ladies and gentlemen, these students in front of you have worked tirelessly for the last 13 years to hear their name called as they walk across the stage to receive their diploma. Many of these students have relatives who have traveled across the country to hear their student's name called this morning. If you yell, blow horns, and scream, then you are robbing students the privilege of hearing their name called. The City of Kettering and the City of Moraine are a group of first-class people. Please give each student and each student's family the honor of hearing their name called tonight. Thank you, and let's hand out some diplomas.
Brittany Elizabeth Berry.
Robert Benjamin Blair.
Alexis Adams.
Tyler Charles Blatz.
Hazza El-Saab.
Margaret Helen Aldridge.
Ireland Carey Alberts.
Grace Nicole Anderson.
Alyssa Nicole Allen.
Kaylee Elizabeth Armstrong.
Ethan Thomas Douglas Allshouse.
Rebecca Lynn Asher.
Isabel Mariah Arcusa.
Kaylee Marine Ashworth.
Krista Lynn Armstrong.
Graham Bradley Atkinson.
Alexis Lucille Ackerman.
Ezekiel David Back.
Jacqueline Lisbeth Ayala.
Douglas Seth Baker.
Amanda Lee Back.
Olivia Christine Barlow.
Alexia Ann Lynn Bailey.
Austin Tyler Bennett.
Joshua Allen Baker.
Margaret Ruth Burning.
Jacob Michael Berrettini,
Jake Dalton Berry,
Elijah Darrell Barnett,
Lauren Michelle Biza,
Emmanuel Herrera Bede,
Innocent Logan Biengilo,
Samuel Ellis Bennett,
Shaylin Renee Booker,
Calliope Marie Bessler,
Bailey Marie Buckingham,
Morgan Elizabeth Bissinger,
Anna Marie Borick,
Kimberly Nicole Black,
Ahmed Abdusalam Bushani,
Samuel Bishop Bowden,
Zachary Jonathan Bowermaster,
Charles Henry Bowles IV,
Ashley Nicole Boyer,
Andrew Joseph Bombach,
Trenton James Brewer,
Devin Christopher Boone,
Ian Cole Brown,
Lauren Tyler Borick,
Jacob Austin Bulmer,
Isabel Rose Bauer,
Herbert Kennan Burrows III,
Nicholas Lee Bowman,
Townsend Tucker Bird,
Matthew David Bowser,
Noah Douglas Callanan,
Cerise Mackenzie Bowser,
Dylan Sean Cannon,
McKenna Haley Britch,
Kylie Ann Kavanaugh,
Mariah Lynn Brooks,
Haley Elizabeth Carroll,
Jacob Sean Brown,
Jalen Shea Carter,
Richard William Buckner,
Desiree Danielle Childers,
Aaron Ray Birchfield,
Devin Dawn Renee Finch,
Eric Michael Burton,
Caitlin Jean Fries,
Madison Danielle Campbell,
Laura Nicole Gaines,
Paul Christian Carpenter,
Seth David George,
Maxwell Benjamin Caruth,
Danielle Bree Gilbert,
Evan Jordan Caudill,
Jamie Aaron Gillum,
Kaylee Faye Kavanaugh,
Haley Sky Glasgow,
Aiden Thomas Cromick,
Kylie Marie Glass,
Christina Joy Clark,
Chloe Jane Elizabeth Golden,
Seth Dylan Wayne Klein,
Noah Scott Gottschalk,
Noah Ray Coleman,
Mackenzie Ray Alexandria Goldburn,
Crystal Leanne Collins,
Bridget Elizabeth Griffin,
Parker James Comer,
Sadie Mackenzie Givens,
Logan Adam Coulter,
Cheyenne Rain Gray,
Reese Kalen Crabtree,
Sierra Desiree Apache Dawn Green,
Sydney Jane Krieger,
Madeline Rose Grossman,
Elena Michelle Kreider,
Alberto Benjamin Hernandez,
Benjamin Aaron Chrysler,
Savannah Marie Bray,
Dylan Robert Crutchfield,
Ton Hong Ha,
Nicholas David Cundiff,
William Burchell Hamilton,
Kelly Marie Dakin,
Devin Marie Haas,
Jacob Michael Danielson,
Drew Morgan Heatherly,
Alexis Sierra Davis,
Brandolyn Hayes Heinecker,
Ashley Deborah Davis,
Grace Ann Heiser,
Abigail Rose Decker,
Evelyn Lorraine Henson,
William Reed Demchek,
Alexis Victoria Howard,
Jonathan Lawrence Depker,
Jalen Christopher Jenkins,
Madeline Elizabeth Dooley Rhodes,
Jacob Paul Herman,
Caitlin May Dove,
Lucas Michael Hathaway,
Joseph Michael Drake Jr.,
Jack Robert Hendricks,
Margaret Elizabeth Anton Elliott,
Michaela Clarice Hess,
Carmen Abigail Ernst,
James Deshaun Hilvers,
Brendan Aaron James Fanjoy, that doesn't count,
Abraham Walil Hindi,
Daniel Bryson Ferris,
Jacob Isaiah Hodge,
Jillian Gray Ferris,
Jacob Abraham Holbrook,
Jared Dean Feltner,
Alexis Marie House,
Tyler Emerson Philbrin,
Jared Michael Howe,
Taylor Nicole Finney,
Colin Andrew Combs,
Rose Marie Fitzpatrick,
Ava Rose Conley,
Philip Wayne Flannery,
Peter James Conley,
Kayla Renee Freeman Haynes,
Shelby Renee Cook,
Colleen Patricia Fries,
Alexandria Taylor Couch,
Taylor Ann Falk,
Frederick Thomas Corville,
Tierra Marie Fultz,
Preston Joseph Collins,
Emily Ann Galantine,
Nicole Kirsten Covell,
Jack William Gallenstein,
Joseph Allen Dilbeck,
John Patrick Gibson,
Bailey Morgan Craycroft,
Erica Haley Gilliam,
Jacob Paxton Cundiff,
Tristan James Gilreath,
James Edward Cunningham,
Andrew James Gleason,
Cody Allen Dale,
Amanda Glue Sharnosky,
Caden Heil Danner,
Olivia Kathleen Gregory,
Anna Claire Davis,
Naji Mohammed Gazuz,
Kimberly Ellen Davis,
Mallory May Hack,
Cameron Mason Denlinger,
Theodore Aaron Hale,
Joshua Frederick Dirksen,
Nathaniel Isaac Harm,
Jordan Michael Yulesman,
Graham George Tyler Havener,
Sydney Nicole Hollinger,
Sydney Marin Hayes,
Madison Nadine Hurwitz,
Hunter James Hikes,
Aben Milane Izire Rabagiwi,
Colin Malcolm Heiser,
Joshua Lee Bertle Jan,
Chloe Errolyn Hen,
Hafiz Igikwe,
Jacob Matthew Hosford,
Jetmir Castrati,
Daniel James Hosford,
Hannah Grace Gerald,
Selena Renee Jo Herrera,
Elizabeth Catherine Johnson,
Alyssa Ann Heigl,
Allison Colleen Jones,
Christian Jared Hoagland,
Alyssa Michelle Jones,
Brian Patrick Hoffman,
Hannah Michelle Jones,
Taryn Marie Howard,
Dominic Anthony Jordan Mullet,
Lauren Ann Hullinger,
Reagan Catherine Julian,
Adonia Habte Jabessa,
Harper Ann Justice,
Rebecca Elizabeth Johnson,
Sarah Louise Keenan,
Caleb Michael Jones,
Patrick Robert Kelly,
Madison Haley Jones,
Robert McGinnis Kennedy,
Madeline Claire Chun Karolak,
Mackenzie Lee King,
Carson Kyle Keeler,
Benjamin Michael Nab,
Luke Matthias Keller,
Cameron Michael Knopp,
Amanda Nicole Kemp,
McKenna Ray Kramer,
Mason Lee Kessler,
Adasia Alexis Engel Dukes,
Tyler Glenn Koski,
Andrew Robert Dow,
Jalea Marie Fields,
Andrew Thomas Foreman.
Jonathan Lee Harrison.
Matthew David Eakins.
Zachary William Lamar.
Connor Allen Eifert.
Christian Daniel Lassen.
Alexis Sloan Eldridge.
Julianne Renee Lawson.
Scott Lee Elliott.
Justin Tyler Lehman.
Camille Marie Finch.
John Alexander Leland.
Richard Matthew Fisher Jr.
Anne Elise Lavette.
Taylor Caitlin Flanagan.
Nathaniel Ryan Lipsonick.
Bradley Kent Flegel.
Sophia Michelle Long.
Olivia Mackenzie Frank.
Madeline Rose Lau.
Christian David Fry.
Joshua David Lloyd.
Jessica Ann Landseidel.
Cole Anthony Lucas.
Jeffrey Ryan Lawson.
Jake Alexander Maggs.
Hui Kevin Lee.
Jaden Brooke Molly.
Ella Marie Lee.
Lorraine Elizabeth Manda.
Kaylee Lawson Librock.
Elise Rebecca Marinella.
Haley Marie Lamaster.
Kendra Rain Marks.
Samuel Chen Licklider.
Carl Adam Martin.
Faith Ann May Loafman.
Saya Sakura Martin.
Mackenzie Joanne Lowry.
Zachary Michael Martin.
Jake Adam Luckett.
Jamie Michelle Pacenta.
Anthony Griffin Magnata.
Tylesia Sandra Landers.
Mace William Mallory.
Zachary Russell McCarty.
Corey Michael Marks.
Essence Donlin Meeks.
Jenna May Marksberry.
Isabel Marie Miller.
Tyler Matthew Martin.
Ethan James Minshew.
Tristan Jacob Milton.
Kaya Joni Marie Mobley.
Michael Ray Moss.
Madeline Ann Moore.
Jenna Marie McNally.
Daniel Alejandre Mosier.
Melinda Elaine Miles.
Mason Lance Moyer.
Micah Burl Miller.
Shane Samuel Mullen.
Mariah Dia Minkner.
Cade Billington Morgan.
Margaret Elizabeth Moncrief.
Olivia Ann Nolan.
Bridget Maeve Morgan.
Courtney Marie Noyce.
Courtney Elizabeth Mott.
Parana Zabakiza.
Caitlin Grace Mollenkamp.
Cedric James Oldiker.
Casey Elizabeth Mullins.
Sierra Scarlett Rose Stratton.
Chloe Isabella Myers.
James Michael Oliver.
Jenna Nicole Nyman.
Alana Mikkel Orion.
Zachariah Allen Nunez.
Demetrius Darnell Owens.
Joyce Yabatwade.
John Michael Pacenta.
Amanda Lynn O'Brien.
Marissa Rose Pellegrino.
Josie Irene O'Brien.
Caitlin Nicole Pennington.
Andrew Michael Norman.
Rafael Alacio Perez.
Travis Adam Penny.
Jacob David Perkins.
Grace Ezra Oldfield.
Michelle Ann Purley.
Lucinda James O'Neill.
Kayla Renee Petrick.
Elizabeth Rose Oster.
Riley Elizabeth Potts.
Gabrielle Elizabeth Pant.
Adrienne Aurora Paulson.
Kaylee Nicole Parsons.
Autumn Dawn Prionitis.
Angelina Gabrielle Patron.
Quentin Joseph Ringwald.
Adelina Carmen Perez.
Brian Addison Vogtberg.
Tiffany Lucero Perez.
Lindsay Caroline Phibbs.
Matthew Lee Perkins.
Stephen Dallas Prim.
Tony Allen Purty.
Guillermo Emilio Rashad Alvarez.
Josie Nicole Pett.
Christopher Michael Raymond.
Cameron Brian Potts.
Hallie Christine Reed.
Seville Assad Mohidden.
Shelby Joanne Reed.
Destiny Davy Sant.
Keith Allen Reinhardt.
Megan Casey Schum.
Taylor Grace Richardson.
Levi Barry Schwartz.
Margaret Rose Roloff.
Haley Nicole Seacrest.
Carl John Romer.
Cole Samuel Jeffrey Center.
Connor Mitchell Rouse.
Jerome John Subert III.
Tyler James Rucci.
Daniel Stewart Brandon Shade.
Philip Robert Rupp.
Hannah Marie Shepard.
Mason Dean Salih.
Ryan William Sheridan.
David Rossiter Sweeney Sangray.
Elise Allison Schubert.
Reese Lauren Thulis.
Christopher Michael Smith.
Taylor Alexandria Hale.
Kayla Rose Smith.
Anthony Eugene Jacobson.
Michaela Marie Snyder.
Hannah Denise Price.
Justin Charles Sauerbauer.
Jacob Daniel Adkins.
Jack Ronald Spradling III.
Taylor Dylan Burns.
David Ronald Stamer.
Aaron Michael Simmons.
Emma Claire Stedron.
John Andrew Merks.
Bradley Michael Steinke.
Michaela J. Mix.
Robert James Pacenta.
Nathan Hunter Schomburg.
Michael Roland Powell.
Dorothy Kelsey Seabrook.
Jacob Alexander Prophet.
Kristen Louise Seacrest.
Deanna Trinity Ratliff.
Colin Jacob Selby.
Hannah Marie Reed.
Peyton Julie Sharp.
Joshua David Reckworth.
Kenneth Richard Sherrick.
Bryce Allen Rivkin.
Thomas William Sherman.
Aiden Michael Robillard.
Logan Riley Schultz.
Randall James Roddy.
Austin Michael Simmons.
Haley Francis Rose.
Andre Simmons Jr.
Colton Scott Roseberry.
Sarah Elizabeth Skinner.
Olivia Noel Routson Jones.
Caleb James Smith.
David Allen Rucker.
Ethan James Curtis Smith.
Sanite Sarillo Sarfino.
Ty Austin Smith.
Keith Tehran Schooler.
Abigail Renee Snodgrass.
Alec Edward Smith.
Case Edison Myers.
Taylor Nicole Smith.
Emily Stevens Ray.
Jeremiah Robert Stafford.
Hunter Chief Seitz.
Corey Thomas Stetter.
Nicholas John Spangler.
Julia Rose Stevick.
Haley Ann Spittler.
Abigail Renee Stitt.
Abigail Jane Stafford.
Sophia Jean Stone.
Cassandra Joan Staniford.
Christian McKenna Stover.
Shannon Deborah Steiner.
Star Joelle Summerhill.
Katie Lynn Stout.
Erin Elizabeth Saruga.
Cassandra Lee Strahler.
Jackson Blair Talby.
Heather Nicole Taylor.
Hannah Marie Taylor.
Kayla Joe Teeters.
Wyatt Barton Taylor.
Logan Riley Terry.
Sydney Paige Tepolitas.
Stacy Lynette Thies.
Kira Nicole Tesarovich.
Samuel Lee Thompson.
Joseph Lyon Kennell Thornwell.
Ella Madison Tench.
Allie Mae Tencher.
Glenn Trey White III.
Tierra Elizabeth Tobin.
Connor William Simon.
Kimberly Tran.
Owen Blaze Tipton.
Cameron Elijah Trevino.
Maya Seren Tremel.
Cody Lloyd Troy.
Jacob Bradley Treaty.
Emily Marie Turner.
Nicholas John Turner.
Samantha Elizabeth Dowling Turner.
Madison Elise Tyler.
Savannah Renee White.
Michaela Renee Vietz.
Sorry about that. Daniel Joseph Patarala.
Maya Lene Warhoftig.
Caleb Wayne Euchert.
Sebastian Charles Kelly Walling.
Lucas Cameron Van Leeuwen.
Abigail Marie Watson.
Jensen Tyler Verne.
Ethan Jeffrey Webb.
Javen Shirai Walk Scott.
Karis Ambrose Aprilis Frey Widener.
Lauren Camila Kanikia Walker.
Trenton David Weezer.
Casey Renee Warren.
Sarah Alyssa Weisman.
Jonathan Michael Weatherspoon.
Haley Nicole Willis.
Jacob Anthony Weber.
Hunter Alexander Young.
Tristan J. Werner.
Anton Cyril Yushinoff.
You're good. Savannah Renee White.
Emma Elizabeth Zimmerman.
Caitlin Elizabeth Wilkinson. Anthony Stanton Witt. Zane Kirill Thornton Wood. Clayton Michael Woodard. Anthony Joseph Woolery. Aaliyah Michelle Woolwine. Brooklyn Taylor Wynn. Jacob Scott Weissong. Cameron Michael Young. Kyle James Young. Alec Michael Ziegler. Lacey Anne-Marie Abshire. Malaysia Unique Ann Blunt. Erica Angel Michelle Breeding. Michael Winton Chappell. Connor Jackson Creech. Alexa Nicole Kreider. Dylan Lee Essig. Drew Thomas Fannin. Michaela May Gearing. Samantha Rachel Gibson. Tyler Michael Guffey. James Austin Hermosillo. Jordan Phillip Jackson. Madeline Blake Justice. Anthony Thomas Kendall. Brenna Grace Lilly. Tyler Stephen McCoy. Connor Bryce McLaughlin. Tyler James Midkiff. Garrett Ellis Morgan. Naif Mohammed Naif. Ashton Drake Newsom. Joshua Robert Nolan. Dominic Evan Palmer. Destiny Valentina Vaughn Parker. Erica Nicole Perkins. Marshall Stanley Payton. Lydia Helen Piper. Skylar Anthony Race. Antonia Lachey Richardson. Dalton Wayne Rife. Jacob Christopher Ritchie. Kayla Tamara Smith. Dylan Scott Sontag. Cody Alexander Spencer. Kirsten Jeanette Sutton. Elissa Michelle Walhay. Nathan John West. Kyle Melvin Kenneth Williams. Edward Thomas Witten. Devin Tyler Frederick Woods.
Congratulations. Will everyone please stand for our playing of the alma mater? You can all be seated. some of you may know me. My name's Kayla Teeters. I was this past year's USB president, and I don't know about all of you, but I feel very bittersweet to be here right now. I've been waiting for this all year, but I'm a bit freaked that it came up so fast. Over the past 4 years, I feel like I've spent a series of days wanting to be out already, but also a series of days loving every moment of the football games, the dances, and just being involved in our school. Through all the tests, studying, and homework, things may have felt impossible, but we could have chosen to respond in 2 ways, by giving up or pushing through. Everyone here right now pushed through, and that's something to be proud of. You should also be proud to have a great alma mater, and that you will always have this Firebird family. Some of us hold this place dear. It is our childhood, the people and places we know. And I know many others would say they can't wait to get out. Whichever category you fall into, congratulations, because you did it. The future may be exciting or scary to you, but just know that you have already completed such a big milestone in your life, so you can do it. I personally love Fairmont, but I'm excited to move on to the next chapter of my life. I'm so glad I've had the opportunity to go to school with such a great class, so thank you all. I hope each of you gets to do whatever makes you happy in life and take what you've learned here from Kettering Fairmont High School and do it with a heart full of spirit, service, tradition, and community. Good luck to you all. And now if you will turn your tassels with me to the left side. Congratulations. And now if you'll join me in a selfie. Congratulations.
Again, and one more time.